Good evening, everybody. We are going to call the Common Council to order, and I will ask the clerk to take a roll call.
Alderperson Tenorio.
Here.
Vitale.
Here.
Weigel.
Here.
Grisham. Here. Haas.
Here.
Keen.
Here.
Lysick.
Here.
Ranke.
Here.
Rote.
Here.
Stefanski.
Here.
10 present.
We have a quorum. Please rise if you are able and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led this evening by Alderman Tenorio.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If there is no objection, I would like to take the agenda out of order and just go right to the mayor's report. We told Gloria Konechny that we were bringing her here for a report on a event that she took part in last weekend at State Fair regarding cream puffs, but that was a total lie. Can you come up, please? All the way up here, yeah. It's not the city's practice to lie to Miss West Allis, but so we have some gifts for you, and we want to thank you, and we have a proclamation and things. But I've gotten to know Glo quite well because it was the rare opportunity to actually have one Miss West Allis for 2 years because of the pandemic. I don't know if you've asked your parents or anything.
Oh, whoa.
So we have opened parks together. We have planted flowers at Burn Point together.
Yes.
Seen a lot of her at a lot of the community events. And even though the first year we didn't really get to have a lot of events, but the second year we did, and she's done a wonderful job representing the community. So I just want to read this proclamation very quickly and then present you with some gifts and give you an opportunity if you want to say a few words, but you don't have to. So, whereas Gloria Konechny has honorably served and represented the city of West Allis for the last 2 years as Miss West Allis, wherein considering the challenges brought on by the pandemic, a unique opportunity was presented in extending her 1 year of service into 2. Whereas with this extended opportunity, Gloria has, over and above, submersed herself into the community of West Allis, where she has greeted, met with, and befriended numerous residents, and notably participated in essential community events such as the Christmas Parade, Burnham Point Park dedication, Downtown West Allis Soup Crawl, Wisconsin State Fair, the West Allis Classic Car Show, West Allis West Milwaukee Recreation's Trunk or Treat, the 4th of July Parade, the Memorial Day Ceremony, and many, many, many more events. And in February 2022, Gloria will pass her title on to a new Miss West Allis, wherein Gloria shall be recognized for her immersion in the community, the people, the culture, the business community of West Allis. Therefore, may it be known that I, Dan Devine, Mayor of the City of West Allis, do proclaim Thursday, February 17th, 2022, a day honoring Miss West Allis, Gloria Konechny, and I invite all citizens to share in the celebration and acknowledgement of Gloria and her positive impact and contribution.
Well, if you can't tell, I was extremely surprised. You and Chelsea, I'm going to have to talk to you about that because they straight up lied to me about all of this. So that's very surprising. I was ready to talk. I was asking, if what I should say and things like that. But thank you so much. I mean, this is really an honor to have been serving West Allis for over 2 years now. I was crowned February 4th, 2020, supposed to be only a year, and I was lucky enough to hold this for over 2 years, done over 50 appearances in the community. So if you are seeing me for the first time tonight, I'll be kind of surprised by that. Passing on my title to the next person, I hope that they get as immersed in the community as I did, and well, I'll certainly make sure they will and enjoy the time that I've had in this community. And I can't wait to do things even after I'm done because, I love West Allis, and this was the perfect place to spend 2 years holding a title that was only supposed to be 1 year. So I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
We have the official.
Oh man. let me wear that for the pageant, though. So
Well, you might want to push the boundaries a little.
you want to try to push the boundaries with me? 'Cause I don't.
Oh, no, probably not. Probably not. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I
thanks so
appreciate
much.
it.
Okay, now we will move to item D, public hearings, and we have 3 items for public hearing this evening, and I will ask the clerk to read item number 1.
Resolution to confirm and adopt the report of the city engineer containing the schedule of proposed assessments for improvement of South 77th Street from West Hicks Street to West Beecher Street, West Washington Street from South 84th Street to South 86th Street, and West Mitchell Street from South 92nd to South 96th Street by concrete reconstruction with miscellaneous sidewalk repair, miscellaneous driveway repair, storm sewer relay, sanitary sewer relay, water main relay, building services, and utility adjustments.
Thank you. Mr. Daniels, when you're ready.
Thank you, Mayor Devine. All right, this is the public hearing for Washington, 77th, and Mitchell, all 3 streets. Here's the first one, Washington Street from 84th to 86th, just 2 blocks. Here are some pictures from the street. This street never had concrete. It's what we call a seal coat road. It was made literally by putting stone down and spraying some tar over the top in 1929. So that's all that's been there for 93 years. We're going to replace it with an actual concrete street that will last 50 years at least. This is the next street, 77th Street from Hicks to Beecher. This actually had concrete in 1924-27, which is now 98 years old. And then it was resurfaced in 1970, but there are far too many cracks now to try and seal that. So this has certainly served its purpose. And then the third street is Mitchell Street from 92nd to 96th. This is Asphalt Street that was built in 1955. So that asphalt underneath here is 67 years old. It was resurfaced in 1988. But asphalt tends not to last as long as concrete, so it's ready, obviously, to be done again. And we would replace that asphalt with a concrete road that would last 50 years. And this is what it would look like, a typical concrete pavement with new sidewalk, new driveways, and everything under the street as well. And speaking of that, the water main on these streets averages from about 1922 to 1940, so 82 to 100 years old. We will be replacing all the water main. We will be replacing the water services up to the sidewalk area. We will put in copper. I think all 3 of these streets have lead, so we will be replacing the lead with copper at least up to the lot line. I can't promise that we'll be able to go all the way to the basement yet because we would have to get a grant for that, and we haven't gotten that, so stay tuned for that. We'll be putting in new storm sewer and laterals to all the properties in case someone needs a lateral for a sump pump or roof drains. The sanitary sewer on these streets ranges from 1909 to 1931, so that's 91 to 113 years old. This is actually the plan for 77th Street that was signed by my predecessor in 1909. So we will be putting in all new sanitary sewer and the lateral up to the lot line as well. And then new LED streetlights and cable on Mitchell, because they don't have it yet, but we have already put in LED lights on Washington and 77th in 2014 and 2016, so the LED lights that were installed on those 2 streets would remain. The cost of the project is $3.3 million. That's $1.1 million for pavement, $600,000 for sanitary sewer, $600,000 for storm sewer, $849,000 for water main. And like I said, the streetlights would also be done on Mitchell, but that would be under a separate contract by an electrical contractor. Here's how the project's being funded. I don't know what happened to that pie there, but the special assessments actually only make up about 10% of the total cost. The general fund, the property tax that everyone, the 60,000 people pay, it would make up 26%. The water utility fund would pay for the water main, that's 26%. The stormwater fund would pay for the storm sewer, that's 18%, and then the sanitary sewer fund would pay for the sanitary sewer, which is 20%. And these funds are all citywide fees that everyone in the city pays. So 90% of the cost is coming from all 60,000 people in the city, and 10% is coming from the people who live there. Here's a sample a special assessment for a typical 40-foot lot. The assessment rate is $64.39, and that doesn't change no matter where you are. So the cost would be $2,575. If you have a driveway, there would be an extra $8 per square foot charge. So Mitchell Street, I believe, has driveways, so they would get that charge. 77th Street does not. They have alleys, so they would not get the charge for the driveway. The estimates you received in the mail are not bills. The bills would actually not go out until March of 2023. So next spring, a year from now, you would actually get the bill, but then you wouldn't actually have to make your first payment plan if you took the installment plan until December of 2023. So that's 21 months from now, almost 2 years. So we're giving people lots of time before they would have to make even their first payment. And like I said, you could choose to pay it all off at once. You could go with the 5-year plan or the 10-year plan. We do have 4% interest. People want to know why do we have interest. It's because we borrow the money for this project from municipal bondholders over a 10-year period. And we have to pay those municipal bondholders an interest rate for the use of their money. The city does not make a profit off the interest charged. So we're merely passing along those interest charges that we are paying to the bondholders. But with the 10-year plan, your first year in 2023, your bill would be $361 for the whole year. That's about $30 a month. And then the 10th year, it would be $268 for the whole year. That's $22 a month. So why do we special assess? We have been doing this for over 110 years. State law talks about the residents, property owners enjoying a unique benefit from having a new improvement in front of their individual property. So that is the legal basis for the whole special assessments. In the old days, people paid up to 100% of the cost. But like I said, on this project, it's only coming to about 10% of the whole cost. And that assessment rate of $64.39 per foot is the same anywhere in the city, no matter how wide your street is or how high the traffic volumes are or how high the actual bid prices are. We're not going to raise it above $64.39. And this has been state law in Wisconsin for over 110 years, and there have been over 100 court cases where people have challenged that, and the judges have always upheld this as a reasonable and fair method to recoup the costs of these projects. And the other reason we do it is because special assessments are the only way to ensure that tax-exempt schools, churches, charities, hospitals, county parks, utilities, railroads pay their fair share too. No one is exempt from special assessments, even though there are 430 properties in the city that don't pay property tax. So they're all shaded here in this map. That's about 28% of the city's land area that doesn't pay property tax. But they do pay for special assessments. And businesses actually